Hey guys, it's Melissa Kathryn, and welcome to your Wisdom Wednesday video. I'm so happy to be here with you today. So I just got off of speaking with one of my clients, and one of the things that I was really sharing with her was we were talking about her words, and she was saying, I've come so far, and we were talking about the results in our coaching time together, and I just knew that what I was sharing with her is something that I really want to share with you. I said, it's very important for you to speak into where you want to be and to no longer express and share the story of your struggle. So even though, you're saying I'm on the other side of this and I feel so good and these results have happened and these results have happened and these results have happened, then we brought up the topic around some things with her and food. And there's this old running story that she has that she still struggles, even though she doesn't. And I pointed out to her, I said, it was fascinating because in all other areas, you were like, oh my God, this is me now, and this is me now. And then when it came to food, and when I was asking about, how are you feeling with food? How are you feeling in your body? Then you went into, I'm doing great. Everything is completely different. I mean, sometimes I still have a tendency to go back. And I said, that's really not who you are anymore. You haven't struggled. You just told me you went away on vacation and had no problems. You didn't even think about food. You were just enjoying that wasn't even a part of your identity anymore. So what just happened in this interaction? And she's like, it was an old story. She's like, it's just, I don't know. It's like been a part of me for so long that I still keep it very present. But the truth is, now that we're talking about it, it's actually not me. I don't struggle with it. And I said, yes, exactly. So monitor, really notice our words, because when we have something that's a part of our identity for a long time, we can easily keep repeating it. And it's because sometimes it's hard for us to comprehend that we've changed that much. It's hard for our minds to go, oh, okay, that's not us anymore. So one thing that I said to her is I want you to write this down. If it's not for me, it's not my identity. If it's not for me, it's not my identity. If it's not for me, it's not my identity. If it's not right for me, if I don't choose it, then it's not for me, and therefore it's not my identity. So it's really, really important, because the thing that happens is what you say, your words create your actions, and they also create your experience. And if you keep speaking into the exact same struggle that you have, even if you're shifting it a bit, and you start off celebrating yourself and saying, I've done so great with X, and then you demean it. It's almost like using the word but. I'm doing so great, but I could do better, right? That counters the positive statement you were just sharing about yourself, the celebration that you had in who you are and all that you've done. So we really want to monitor that. So the same thing happens in our success. So when we really start to own a new identity, sometimes, again, it can be hard for us to go, our mind's going to go, wait, are we there? And yes, you are. Tell yourself where you want to be. And then the words that you use will support the identity of who you're choosing to be. Remember, if it's not for me, it's not my identity. If it's not for me, it's not my identity. If it's not for me, it's not my identity. So recognizing, why is that such a powerful statement? Because if it's not your initial go-to anymore, if you have to sit there and let's just use food, where maybe you would come home from a stressful day and you would go sit down on the sofa, put your feet up and grab a bag of chips, right? Or a bar of chocolate or something, and you would just sit there and mindlessly go for the TV. But if all of a sudden you start to notice that now you hesitate, that there's a part of you that goes, hey, you know what, instead, go for a walk outside and clear your mind. There's a change that's happening. So if it's not for me, it's not my identity. So we have to really start to honor that and go, oh, wait, this is interesting. I'm going to observe this. I'm thinking differently, and therefore my actions can be different. So if it's not for me to sit on the sofa anymore, then that is no longer my identity, and therefore I choose differently. If it's not for me, then it is no longer my identity, and therefore I choose differently. We really want to be in an active space of creating the words, the mantras, the affirmations, right? Being in that space of empowering ourselves with our words and the stories that we want to experience in our lives. You are writing your chapter each day. If you want to live a different experience, if you want to create a new identity, if you want to create a different reality, then we actually have to do things differently. So you're going to have Groundhog's Day. You're going to read your life is going to read like the same chapter over and over again. If you keep waking up to the same thoughts, doing the same actions, sabotaging yourself in the same way, coming home exhausted, going to bed, doing the same thing, feeling full, right? Whatever it is for you, in order to change your reality, we must change the actions. And the actions change with our thoughts. And our thoughts change our experience, which changes our actions, right? Because our perception is our reality. So again, I just want to go back to the simplest thing here. In order for you to shift your identity, in order for you to recognize that, you have to reiterate that with your words. Notice where you want to cut yourself short, or you want to say that you're still not where you think you need to be or where you should be or haven't gotten as far as you want to go. Remind yourself you're already there. You're already where you want to be. It's all right there waiting for you. The only thing that needs to happen is your realization of the fact that that change has already transpired inside of you. And with that realization that the change has already transpired inside of you, therefore your results will shift, and so will your reality. All right?